the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Coming up next.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Green Bay Packers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, this is going to be a good one. We've all followed the story. Aaron Rodgers leaving Green Bay after 18 seasons. He winds up in New York, and now we get the matchup we've been wanting. Jets versus Packers.
Okay, let's just go ahead and address the obvious, right? It is the master versus the pupil. Aaron Rodgers and his heir apparent in Green Bay, Jordan Love, going head-to-head. Both of them taking the stage here. Aaron Rodgers learning a new team. Jordan Love trying to take over Aaron Rodgers' old team. Which green is going to come out on top?
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Love now. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Hardman on the return. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback if he was going to his left. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And brought down, but the juke, a very nice juke, gives him a first down yardage there. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And able to find Allen Lazard. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On second down, a run to Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Not an easy spot here. He'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now the 4th-year man from BC, it's A.J. Dillon. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Yellow, line, blue, check.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
At the 47-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Love from the gun on third down. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Love, they go play action now. A complete once again to Watson. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16. And another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two are connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On second down, Love once more. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll find his tight end here in DeGuara. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Love. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 41.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Well, once again, here comes Garrett Wilson in the Jets offense. Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of plays. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Dancing to his left. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Touchdown! Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Okay, right?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Throwing. Love. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Here's Hardman to return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Rodgers. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First down, New York.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He finds Wilson. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense and Garrett Wilson headed back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A good pickup there of 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Making that play on the pass rush, that's Devontae Wyatt. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to
under pressure, and they got to him again. Preston Smith. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he has him. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Love. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll...
Ready.
At the Jets' 27-yard line.
Ready?
Love going to give this one to Jones. Now loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Opposite.
Off the
Green.
play fake, Love. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. Able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. Third quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown! And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taken at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Deontay Spencer on the loose. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
And
he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a two-point try. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Nixon now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now, as you noted.
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
On the draw, it's Hall. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Rodgers going to run the draw. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So here's Love and the Packers, down by 15, a little under 2.5 to go. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. Here comes 2nd down at 5. 2nd down, Love. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Watson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Heady
on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Love. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Here comes 2nd down. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Straight ahead is Hall. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit. Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Flush to his right. It's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Rodgers looking to throw. Steps away to his left. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditional is not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Nixon now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.